one of the most popular countries in the world, located in the north of North America and inhabited by Aboriginals until the 15th century. With the colonization that followed, it became a civilization that took its current name and form. Canada, which is the largest country in terms of land area in the Americas, has the second largest geographic area in the world after Russia. Known for its natural beauty and vast lands, Canada is often compared to its neighbor, the United States, in terms of economic and technological aspects. However, Canadians identify themselves more with British and French culture. Additionally, only a small portion of the population is composed of individuals of Latin or African descent. The city of Ottawa is the capital of the country, and as of 2023, the total population of Canada is approximately 38 million people. It wouldn't be an exaggeration to say that Canada is one of the most livable countries in the world, with many beauties and opportunities it harbors. After all, you probably expect to hear mostly positive remarks about Canada when you clicked on this video. It's a country where paying taxes isn't a burden for people and its national income is above world standards. This country, which plays at the top of technology and pharmacy, is among the world's top 10 economies. Of course, if a country has high incomes and development, it's not surprising that it has a pristine nature paradise. Because this country invests heavily in its people and the environment with the income it generates from its exports. Perhaps that's why there are not many shameful crimes in the country, and almost all native people have spacious homes of their own. If you live in this country, you have probably been able to stay peaceful and happy even during the pandemic. Also, I mentioned earlier that they have a vast geography, but it doesn't mean that they build residences, villas, and skyscrapers on every piece of land. Because Canadian people don't want to spoil their green nature, they have closed a significant portion of the land for settlement and construction. They especially do not touch forest lands. They live more in provinces like Ontario. For example, Toronto is an extremely large city located in the eastern part of the country. Because of its vast territory, if you live in this country, you have most likely been able to stay peaceful and happy even during the pandemic. Additionally, as I mentioned earlier, having a massive geography doesn't mean that they have erected residences, villas, and skyscrapers on every piece of land. This is because Canadian people do not want to spoil their green nature, so they have closed a significant portion of their land for settlement and development. They especially do not touch forested lands and tend to live in provinces like Ontario. For instance, Toronto is an incredibly large city located in the eastern part of the country. The fact that the country has such a vast territory is why the world's longest land border is drawn between Canada and the US, which is a staggering 8,000 kilometers long. Another thing that puts Canada in the spotlight is that it has the world's 3 largest oil reserves, which bring them very significant revenues. Additionally, it is one of the few countries, besides the US and Russia, that can send satellites into space. Now, let's say you are a student and you want to both travel and receive a high-quality education to add some color to your life. Then you must consider Canada, because this country has significantly improved its educational standards, and people have achieved great success through their Canadian education. Canada offers high-quality education programs to students and provides them with many scholarship opportunities. For this reason, many immigrants settle in Canada to receive an education. Immigrants describe Canadian people as tolerant and friendly, and generally, English and French are spoken in the country. Moreover, as in the Netherlands and Iceland, gay marriage is completely legal in Canada, and the currency used in the country is the Canadian dollar. In terms of religion, we can say that the people there are affiliated with Christianity. More than half of the population identifies as Christian. Canada has unique aspects that set it apart from other countries. In fact, a significant portion of the world's polar bears live in those lands. Polar bears can even venture into human habitats when they are starving, so people with cars do not usually lock them to escape a potential bear attack. The situation seems to be quite serious, as even prisons have been built for polar bears due to the constant harassment they cause to people. If you are a tourist there and come face to face with a polar bear when stepping outside, do not be surprised. Canada has a significant portion of the world's forested areas and is truly a unique lake paradise. In addition, they have a world-famous natural wonder known as Niagara Falls, which is believed to have formed from the depressions caused by ice masses coming from the North Pole, and has a unique 12,000-year history. Canada also carries traces from prehistoric times, and this country is defined as a dinosaur haven. Many dinosaur fossils are found in Alberta Province Park, and they have also succeeded in being listed on the UNESCO World Heritage List. It is believed that the dinosaur fossils in the museum have a history of 100 million years on the stage of history. The features that make Canada interesting are not limited to these. Yonge Street, located in Toronto, has been awarded the title of the world's longest street, and is a total of 1,896 kilometers long, starting from Lake Ontario, and even driving to the other end of the street is quite difficult. It is a street that hosts hundreds of entertainment centers and is the liveliest and most popular part of the city. When you go to a country so far north, you certainly cannot miss the Northern Lights. Just like in Iceland and Norway, the Northern Lights are highly visible in Canada. These lights, which illuminate the sky with a greenish glow and sometimes a faint red, provide people with an incredible visual spectacle and attract millions of tourists to their country at certain times of the year, just for this reason alone. On the other hand, I'm sure you have come across the Christmas tradition in many American movies and TV shows. The origin of the Christmas holiday is one of the focal points in Canada. For this reason, millions of letters are sent to Canada every year during Christmas time. Especially children write their wishes in these letters, and the Canadian government responds to these letters in up to 30 languages. Basketball, the second most popular sport in the world after soccer, is a sport entirely invented in Canada. However, there is a sport that stands out more than basketball in the country, which is considered the national sport: ice hockey. If you enjoyed all of the above, but do not like cold climates, you may not be able to stay in this country for long. Because it is said that Canada is as cold as Mars. In fact, 80 years ago, the temperature in Canada dropped to -63 degrees, which is the same as the surface of Mars. In the winter months, the average temperature is around -25. Especially students and tourists coming from warm climates have quite a problem with Canada's cold weather. However, some Canadian entrepreneurs have managed to turn even this situation into business. In short, Canada is also home to the world's most unusual hotels. This country has unusual structures made of tons of snow and ice. These hotels try to attract customers by offering different concepts of service. With all these features, Canada is one of the rare countries that must be visited. If you are a traveler who admires natural life and loves cold climates, you can live a happy life in this country with the high income you will earn. We would be very happy if you like the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.